Good evening. Hi, Justin. So we're gonna call the meeting to order. I need somebody to adopt the agenda for tonight. So Debbie and Minnie. Any disclosures of pecuniary interest? Seeing none. Number 3, we have the adoption of the minutes from the last meeting, which was in May. So it's been a while. I need a mover and a seconder for that. Minnie
Here.
and Justin. Yeah, he's probably at work. Yeah, so we have 4 items for discussion and consideration. So we'll start with the Christmas parade. I can start with a little report on that. It's they're having it December 16th at Joe Chartrand at Chartrand Lumber Mill Yard. Yeah, and this year I believe the parade will be from 5 to 7. And last year we decided to do the party before this year, only because last year everybody was really tired and not many people came to the arena after the parade. So we thought it would be better for the kids if we did it before. Then the kids could skate, have their hot dogs, and then go to the parade at 5, see Santa, get their gifts, and then go home. So yes, Bob was very disappointed that he didn't get to see all the kids. And I don't know if you've seen Bob lately, but he's got a nice Santa's beer going. So he takes that to heart. So yeah, I don't know if Debbie's approached for hot dogs for the co-op's gonna give hot dogs for the kids and that.
Didn't get a confirmation,
But
I submitted.
okay, so we've approached the co-op to give hot dogs for the parade. They did that last year. And the Horticultural Society ladies came and helped at the arena, and Christine from the library. So anybody who wants to come and help do hot dogs at 3 o'clock. 3 to 5 at the arena, yeah. Skate and hot dogs and whatever, and then so that's it. I think the ice is reserved, right? There's public skating there and that. So and then the Christmas parade, I don't know, the municipality is putting in a float. The staff. Okay. Correct. Do we have a theme this year for the parade? Did Miss Amy have a theme going? You don't know?
You need something and then I get to know. Just click the button.
Oh.
Justin. Yeah, I don't know.
Don't know. Okay,
I know
so
they've got the Christmas tree coming. She put that order in before she left, her big tree.
yeah, okay.
That's just, oh, she did.
That's okay, just keep one and I'll talk about. Yeah, so normally they have all the lights and the floats in the yard and people like to drive by and yeah, so it's basically it. I don't know if there's a theme. We can find out for the staff if they want to put in and help out with the float. So does anybody have any questions on that?
Yes, moving forward, will the parade go back to a parade of lights through the town? Like they always did?
So Joelle, a few years ago, she stepped down from doing the parade of lights. And then Amy started doing the one in the yard at the mill. And it just goes well that way because everybody just can participate, even if they have kids. So I don't know, unless somebody else wants to organize the parade in town. I know Joelle used to, it took a lot of work. It was
insurance too.
Yeah. Quite costly. So this way,
Okay.
with being in the yard, everybody just brings their floats. And the people that, even if you're in the parade, you could still get to see and enjoy the lights. So
And is there a good turnout? Like I know when it used to go through town, there was a lot of people
Um,
that came out for that.
I'm not sure how many people, but do you know offhand how many people the first year?
Oh,
It was packed.
yeah. I don't even know if 200-300 people anymore. It was
Oh,
bumper to bumper to bumper for 2 hours straight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then,
Last year was quite busy too.
so that's why they've decided that a lot of the people that do the floats kind of like it because they do the float and it's out there for like 3-4 hours at a time, and then they go pick it up the next day.
How many
So-
floats do they normally have?
What did you guys have last year?
Not the one in front.
I don't know, but it lasted quite a while.
Lasted quite a while, Justin?
It was really good.
Okay.
So yeah, so I don't know, maybe in the future,
Like
but
I know because of COVID was one of the reasons too, they took it to the lumberyard.
well, at first, well, Joelle went through her
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And so she had decided that she wasn't gonna do it, and then with COVID, and then there wasn't gonna be a parade, and about a week before, that's where Amy offered to do it in the yard. And it just stayed that way. Ooh,
I don't
It's
know.
gotta be dated.
Santa's seat,
Yes.
Nice.
that's a chair for Bob.
Well,
I don't know if Justin can,
Oh, no, it's
all the
all
way
the way up there.
all the way up there, I don't, there's a Santa chair being built.
Grab a ladder and show me.
We'll send it to you.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Like, I don't know if it's a good idea, maybe to do, if the insurance isn't an issue.
I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
If insurance is not the issue, maybe do a survey whether we wanna do the drive-through, like, who knows what everybody wants.
Yes, but
Yeah.
who's going to organize?
That's the
Yeah,
next
That'll
problem.
be the thing.
I'm
if
just,
Joelle is
I'm just trying to
done.
say, maybe not just say, no, we're not doing that, maybe there's.
No, I think it's
Maybe
worth
down
the
south.
question of asking what
Yeah.
people would prefer.
Yeah, and it's just find
Um,
something to do it.
Yeah,
Cause.
yeah.
Okay.
and it's like, you know, to get someone to do it, it involves like running around getting businesses to put floats in and organizing and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah. Who would
Like,
the insurance be?
like, why would the insurance be a problem?
I don't
Well,
know.
you would have to, Joelle used to, I don't know if it's through Premier Insurance where you get an event insurance policy. So, and then they ask you, so you have to actually have the list of all the floats that are gonna be in the
Yeah.
parade and how many people on the floats, and then it's, I don't know, I know when you have an event, it could run anywhere from 15 to 2,000 just for that day. I know Joelle did get a lot of supporters, a lot of people would pitch in to cover the costs,
Okay.
but it was a lot of work, so. So, but yeah, maybe find out if down the road, if somebody, you know.
It's through Premier Insurance that she does?
Well, I know that that's who she used to get, but through BrokerLink, and then they find the cheapest insurance around, right?
Okay.
Is normally how it works.
Cause I'll look
So,
into it. I don't mind looking into what the
Mhm.
cost of the insurance is.
yeah,
I just found when it was like that, it brought a lot of people out onto the street and people were, you know, and, you know, I'm also was thinking, you know, that big tree by the church to light that up properly. And that would be part of the parade of lights. You know, and try and get people around town to light their houses up and, you know.
I know that in the past, we, last year, I think we had talked about, the tree. I know Debbie had mentioned in the past, maybe doing like a tree lighting ceremony. I don't know if we're pretty last minute. I know normally the fire department, they are the ones that had put the lights in the tree. For a few years in a row, they've been the one taking care of that. So, we can reach out to Rock to see if they could fix the lights
Yeah.
in there for this year. But maybe we could look at maybe, you know, getting
It
more
needs
lights
more
and then,
lights.
yeah,
And when it's not so cold.
Put them in, yeah.
yeah. So we'd have to kind of see what kind of cost that would be,
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
you know, we probably would have to put it in the budget for next year for for the fire, for the municipality if we're
Yeah.
looking for lights. Seeing how many lights we would need in that, so we kind of have to maybe look at, you know, what kind of budget we would need to.
So we can do a resolution from the committee tonight to be put into the budget.
Consideration for more lights for the tree for next year.
If that's what the committee
Yeah.
would like to do.
Mhm.
Oh, we did a few years ago, we had put lights at the Christmas tree in Alvin and did the lights in Noelville. So the firemen had put the lights in both those trees. We had looked at putting lights at the tree in Manettville at the little school. But these need to be solar. But the Manettville school doesn't have an outdoor place that they could plug
Plug
in
in,
the
yeah.
lights.
Yeah.
So, but the Rock, we had, he had looked into, reaching out to them. So, yeah, and the one here too, maybe some solar lights would be nice in front of the municipality. It kind of would be,
Yeah, it would be nice to light
Nice,
that up.
yeah. So, I bought a set of solar lights, just little tiny mini lights, just to see if they really worked. And so they work on my driveway because there's no lights around.
Mhm.
But, and I noticed that the big light out here is not working. So, which is a good thing if we wanted to get lights for
Yes.
this Christmas tree. So it's kind of safety. We need the lights. Or is there a way to put that solar box away that it gets sun but not light? Cause it's activated with the dark,
Dark,
right?
Yep, and if it's too bright from other lights
Yeah.
around, they won't put the lights on.
Lights. So maybe something we could look at for the future,
My suggestion is to do.
Yeah.
do a resolution.
I've just started the wording, so it says, be it resolved that the Recreation Committee Advisory Committee recommends that council consider a budgetary item for next year's budget to help support Christmas festivities within the community for an amount of, we can suggest, it doesn't mean that that's what it's gonna
Yeah,
be, but.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ask-
Yeah, not too much.
No, I was gonna say, yeah. The one that wants to get.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
1,000
Well,
seems reasonable.
I think Michelle was telling me today that there's usually around $500 set aside for us to do the float. To decorate the float to put in the parade, so she hasn't confirmed that
Okay.
with me though, so maybe with Jason and everyone we can. So if we wanna add like 1,000 to that budget line.
Yeah, oh yeah, it'd be beautiful.
And
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Well,
not, you
till
have to
they-
do it every
yeah.
year, right?
till they burn out,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, the wind.
yeah.
So
But they've been
that-
up there about 5 years now. Yeah.
But there's new technology.
Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
There's new technology.
Are we doing
Put
the
lights
west
in the tree.
in Noel and out?
Alvin and Noel, yeah.
They'll put like- New technology.
Some kind of funky little.
Jason.
Jason says there's new technology out there for lights. So we'll try to get it into the budget and then go from there. I need a mover and a seconder. Minnie and Debbie. So Joe, Chartrand Park update. This summer we had the Helping Hands. We raised over $20,000 to go towards the bathrooms. So I think this is a good time to put a resolution together to get staff to look into where we want the water and the bathrooms, to start looking and maybe present different options. So we have the 10,000 from last year for the well, plus Hood Drilling said they would do the labor part for free. So we just have to pay for the materials to get it drilled. And then bathrooms, well, we have 20,000, so. And we've already started working on getting we have some things already in place for next year's helping hands again. And whether we need it for bathrooms or other projects that we thought might be start working on maybe getting the trail connected from Joe Chartrand Park to this trail. So, and that might be like many years of fundraising to do, and that would be a long-term plan to, and then people could use that for snowshoeing and skiing in the winter, and because a lot of people do use this little trail here. So, and we know that in the past, the one issue was the insurance from one of the property owners. So maybe that's something we can revisit down the road when we have funds and decide how they will be spent. So if you guys are in agreement, we could ask staff to start
Sure.
looking.
So
Into-
locations and financials to install the well and the septic.
Yeah, to see, yeah,
Yeah.
Is that, yeah?
yeah,
Get the well, the septic and the renovation to the log
Log,
cabin to make it
yeah.
a bathroom.
And those were renovations.
the log cabin, because it needs a roof, it needs a lot of TLC, and to see if it's worth it or
Whether or
see,
not you have to
like,
build all new. right?
yeah, so right now we have 30,000, you know. And depending on what kind of prices and stuff, maybe, you know, maybe reaching out to the case, maybe for another donation. They donated to the park 20,000 a few years ago. So, and maybe we could look at other options if we need be, maybe advertising options or
Were we not
something.
supposed to meet with Rob?
Yeah, Rob Carrier, well, we could get staff to look into those things.
So I'll do a separate resolution for the trail portion, just to keep them.
Yeah, the trail portion is just, it's not really in regards to this. I'm just saying that. But who knows, we may need the money from next summer for the bathrooms too, depending on what kind of prices they come back with,
just to
right?
see where-
Yeah. But I know that Amy had said that the next time she does a helping hands, she would like to, you know, do something extra with it. So perhaps with trails or whatever. Justin, you have any comments on that?
Yeah, just one question. Does it have to be a drilled well for the bathroom? Can it not just be a point?
Uh,
If it's just a bathroom, like it's not full-time use, that water needs to be that sufficient or that important. It could be just a point.
yeah, I'll let Jason answer to that.
I'm gonna say probably not. The bedrock is all right there.
Oh, there's bedrock there.
Yeah, there's bedrock all over that park.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
It can,
Yeah.
you know, staff will check into that with the local well drill that will have the answers to that.
No, I had to ask a question because I thought it was pretty flat there, and I know there's.
Yeah,
Well-
and it's a good point to bring up because there is other options too.
Fair enough.
You know, we could do a rain collection system.
Mhm.
And stuff like that, but
It's just-
there's a lot
look
more
at-
issues.
It's just look at the cost of a well, you know, with the cost of a well is in comparison
So-
to it.
You're correct. So the other point, what I'm saying, there's a whole pile of other issues is now we are a small drinking water system, unfortunately, because you have a tap that people can drink out of. So that water has to be 100% safe. So there's.
the-
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Can it not be like, okay, we're talking about the bathrooms here, or are we talking about drinking water?
So just the drilled well, Justin, just to give you a content, so when we did the helping hands 2 years ago, Hood well drilling, so we raised over 10,000 and Hood said that they would drill it and gave us a quote for the amount of money we collected. So the option was that they would drill the well and we had enough money to pay for them for the well. So maybe with them working with Hood, they can decide what the best option is. But I know that Hood did give us a quote for half the price of, plus the free materials and stuff. So that was their donation towards that. So,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
so
Yeah.
whatever they want to do, I guess, because they're the ones doing it for their time and their donation and whatever they think will work best. I'm sure they can, that's why we're gonna get staff to look in and come up with a plan for us.
We can do the resolution and then staff can come back with a report after. After we have a chance to look.
And look at different options, like you say, Justin, maybe that's something when they do have a conversation with, Hood Drilling with Patrick, they'll see, you guys can discuss those options and report back to us.
You want me to? read the
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like Justin, I'll give you a little bit of background on water, just because there's lots of scenarios with liabilities of water coming out of a tap. Anybody can do something with that water, which would be a liability. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. I get it. Yep,
So.
yep. It's, yep. We're in a different world today, so yep, I get it, 100%.
Absolutely.
So I'll read out the resolution so we can get a mover and seconder on everything that we just discussed. So let me know if there's anything that was left out. So be it resolved that the RCAC committee recommends council start considering locations and financials to install a well and septic for public washrooms and renovate the log cabin. The committee would like to work with staff to understand the shortfalls for future fundraising initiatives. I can't guarantee the wording exactly, but as long as all that content is okay, we'll bring it to council. Okay, so we'll need
A mover,
Yeah.
a mover and a seconder? Yeah,
No, no, no,
no,
no.
no, okay, Justin?
Yeah,
Justin, do
yeah,
you
I'm
wanna move
moving.
that?
I'm moving.
He's
Don't see me, but I'm moving.
And a seconder. Okay, so, 4.3, discussion of a potential dog park. So that was brought, to a council meeting. Somebody had suggested that they wanted that. So I'll let Jason speak, on the dog park.
The recommendation is to wait for the vision planning to be completed, and then we can touch on that again.
Meaning, sorry.
So we're going through a whole vision planning with the municipality.
Okay.
So until that vision planning is completed, let's wait for that.
So this summer, there was a vision plan, put out, there was surveys and all that. And, they're supposed to be reporting to us soon, eh, Carly?
Yeah.
They're putting all the findings together to see, what people in the community want for the community moving forward. And, I think with all the rules and regulations about dogs and this and that, and this was the issue about using the ball fields for animals, and so. Yeah, I think that's
That's been much better.
yeah. So I think that's a good thing to see where people, because there's a lot involved in dog parks also, so. We'll see if that's something that they want. The people. So if we're okay with that, we'll bring that back at a later meeting. A few people, now I won't say like lots. Maybe a handful. But, and with the visioning plan, we'll see, because there was all sorts of questions in there about what people would like to see in their community, and then once that vision plan comes back, we could look at it and see, because it's also location and fencing and this and that, and there's a lot of money. I know I was looking at the ones in town that they have, and it's quite it's not just a big open field like we would like it to be. As with everything, insurance costs and everything else, right? So we'll see if that's something that people want. 4.4 Canada Day. There's a report in there from 2023 Canada Day, and I guess Carly, do you want to speak to that?
So just a recap from last year's Canada Day. All the revenues that came in, we were successful in that year's Heritage Fund grant, which was $4,800. We did apply for 5,000. They shorted us about $200. Council usually does set aside a $5,000 budget for any shortfalls. Just to make sure that, that we can still plan accordingly for the event. The Lions Club, usually gives us a generous donation of $1,000 that goes towards kids' activities. That's been consistent for the last couple years. And the profits made from the hamburgers and hot dogs that council gave out was about $410. This year, we did have to cancel the fireworks due to the provincial fire ban and our local fire restrictions to the dry weather and the heat and everything else. So we had prepaid for those fireworks with Dreamcatcher fireworks. So we just suggested that we put that money aside for next year because we couldn't figure out another way to use the fireworks just for how long the fire ban was on. So for next year, I'll just touch base with them to make sure that that is still there for us to use. Music and sound equipment was in there. Kids activities was reduced because we didn't end up using a tent because we had to, it was forecasted that we were supposed to get a lot of rain that day and it ended up being a beautiful day. So we were supposed to be in Alvin. We moved it to Noelville in the arena. We did lose $1,000 deposit to hold the tents though, because of the last minute adjustments. We were a little bit over in our decor and promo items slightly, just because we ordered a little bit more of the glow sticks that we had mentioned before, just so that we had a healthy supply. Hard to guesstimate how many people are going to be attending when we switch venues like that. So just to have a buffer. And we also didn't end up using the bathrooms and the tent rental is all supposed to come out of the recreation budget as a whole, not the Canada Day budget line items. So those were not factored in. So all in all, we were over or under budget about $4,600. So as far as I know for budgeting going into next year, I believe it's going to be going into surplus in our general surplus and will be factored back into our reserves. This year, the Heritage Canada Day funding grant closes tomorrow.
Oh,
I have the report ready to go, but just based off of our last discussions in May, cost increases, uncontrollables, that sort of thing. The committee had suggested that, you know, we look at increasing the budget this year so that we had that buffer that we could either do a little bit more. So I would recommend that we keep council's $5,000 budget in there as a buffer, but that we ask for about a $14,000 donation grant from the government through the Heritage Fund. And that would help in planning, and we could plan a lot more. And it would give us the time and the funds to do that. I'm not sure how everyone else feels about that, but just to start the conversations, we can start at that amount and then I can make adjustments as we talk through it. So things that qualify under the fund are decorations, licenses, production costs, rentals, security, advertising, photography, videographer, anything to do with press conferences, alcohol license we usually pay for under the municipality or whoever is going to be doing the bar, because also we mentioned that if there's another volunteer group that needs to use it as a fundraising initiative, then they can run everything to do with the bar. I did put $50 in there just in case that wasn't the case. Same for food. I put about $3,000.
alcohol license is like 150 now.
Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that for not-for-profits too?
Yeah, for everybody.
$150 no matter what.
Mhm.
And it only counts for one day.
Yeah.
It was $50 for our volunteer license this year.
your
For
volunteer
For
night?
the volunteer night, yeah.
Yeah, it's because you're not selling.
You're
Yeah,
not-
it's
yeah.
free, yeah.
Yeah,
Um. Yeah, so the council barbecue is,
well, I say, I don't know about you guys, but if we can ask for 14,000, why not?
Yeah.
And hope that, even last year they gave us 48, so maybe if we ask for 14, we'll get 8.
anything over 5,000 in this fund, is a little bit more of a robust report, so that's why I prepared to ask for more, so that the report's ready, or the grant submission's ready to go. I just wanted to confirm with the committee at least that amount was suffice.
Question. If we're asking for 14,000,
Yeah, 14,000. 14,250.
but they will always give us something, or we're asking for too much, we're not gonna get nothing?
They'll give us,
And does that, have anything to do with the following year's request? Like, I know you submit every year, but if they get 14,000 this year, next year, are they gonna say you get 2,000?
it all depends on our final reporting,
Okay.
so depending on how we use the funds, if we meet our deadlines for final reporting, all of those things, I'm told, go into factoring into
Okay.
our qualifying year.
Might ask for it.
Yeah, and also getting the application in on time, so.
But there's a portion of that the municipality has to put in,
Yes,
so.
so that's where I kept it at the 5,000, just that's what we've always set aside. And it's always there as a buffer, so.
Are we all in favor for that?
I believe in our last minutes also, we wanted to discuss a committee of some kind to help plan. Did we want to keep that, the recreation committee? Did you want to create a separate committee? Jason, do you have any? I want your way in
So-
also, sorry.
I know that, Mel discussed that staff thought it was a lot of work to organize and that you guys don't get to enjoy. The year prior, we had organized it within just a committee. Cause Carly was off on her mat leave that summer. And I thought that it went well just with the committee organizing it. So I don't know if we go back to that way. This committee put it together. If you guys are in favor of that or not in favor, or do we do a partnership for what are your thoughts?
Go ahead, Jason.
My thoughts are, I think that the committee should organize it with the help
Of staff,
with stuff.
like we did 2 years ago.
Agree.
Debbie? Sure. Justin, do you have any thoughts on?
I wasn't here 2 years ago, so I agree.
No, it's a lot for one.
It's a lot for one person. And if you have multiple people and we try to work, designate and try to work together and.
I think, sorry,
How long does it take? When do you start organizing?
Oh, I guess we'll start
Now.
at after
Now?
Christmas.
No, yeah, I've already contacted the Bouncy Castle people to reserve. That, as you remember,
Yeah.
last year it was a hot topic. So I didn't say how much we reserved, I just said that we were interested if you could block off something for us. And he said, yes, no problem. We usually apply for, so just staff's role in this would be applying for funding and securing financials, fireworks for safety reasons. We usually designate Canada Day as a significant day, through council, for insurance purposes. And bylaws for noise and such, facilities. So that would be staff's role, and then everything else we can bring to the committee for planning. At our next meeting, beginning of next year
Yeah.
sometime, yeah.
Sound
So,
okay?
Are we thinking it'll be in Alvin again? Again. It was here, so it's gonna be in Alvin.
That's what we'd like to do with the new facility, yeah.
we can discuss all that when we start planning in the new year and.
As long as we don't change from that it's in Alvin.
Yeah.
It is in Alvin.
Why is it in Albany? Because they didn't get it this year. Well, with the weather wise, it's all the weather and everything.
Yeah, we have to plan to have it in Alvin
Yeah,
as well as for the new facility.
yeah,
The rain thing will be the normal thing.
but now we'll be able to use the hall in Albany, right?
Yeah,
This
but
summer?
you won't be able to get the bouncy castles in there, not like here.
No.
And I'm not saying to move it here.
No, no.
but-
No,
It will always be
Did we not
moved
have
to get the
bouncy
bouncy
castles in there
castles
the
and stuff.
winter?
It always would have to go to. the
Yeah.
region.
We didn't have the huge
It's the
ones.
biggest location.
Mhm.
2 years or 4 years ago, I don't remember,
2018.
2018, we had some bouncy castles right in,
We had little tiny ones.
2017.
yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not.
yeah, they
huge, like-
downsized the,
We
yeah.
had jumbo.
Mhm. But now we know Justin has a tent. Oh, no comment. So we'll discuss this in the new year. If we're all in favor, and do you need a resolution to put in for the grant money?
No,
No,
just put it in the minutes.
okay. Winter carnival discussion. Justin,
Yes,
this was your want. So I know it's pretty short timing and staff is pretty busy at the arena right now. Do we need a budget for that? If we were to look at doing this next year? How did you go about that before when you would organize it?
so the budget I had was based on business support. So the local businesses is where I got my funding from.
Okay,
So-
so not a municipal impact at all?
No,
Okay,
not at all.
so do we look at, or maybe not organizing for this year because of minor hockey and all that, but if we were to look at doing this for 2025, can we look at potential dates so that when minor hockey and the Rapids and the curling are doing their schedule, that we could schedule a weekend in there?
Yeah, I think we'd have to aim. I think we'd have to aim more for March break as a winter carnival. I think.
Okay,
Like just looking at what gets affected in the winter time for us already with the family hockey tournament and like you said, the Rapids and whatnot.
yeah,
Like I don't know. Like my suggestion would be March break kind of thing, right? Where families could be more involved and enjoy more of the ideas we have for the winter carnival. Just a
Okay.
thought.
how many months do you normally use to put all this stuff together? Like, what would be a
3
timeline?
months,
3 months?
like
Okay.
starting November. Yeah.
Start in November normally. So we could look
Mhm.
at, say, could you like say maybe start working on some kind of a budget or a list of things we could look at to help you out if we wanted to do this next fall?
Like this March or like
No, we can't do it March of 2024. We'd have to look at
Okay.
March of 2025.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can create a budget list and do a whole business plan for you for 2025 if you like.
Yeah.
With the ideas and what kind of atelier, I should say in French, that we can do and whatnot. So
Yeah, I think that would be a good plan. Jason, you want to speak?
Yeah, also in your plan, I need to know what you would be looking from and for from the municipality.
absolutely, yeah, I can. I'm not gonna tell you right now, but I can create something for you that gives you an idea of what we need.
Absolutely.
And I guess we'd also have to look at the fact that we don't get enough support from the local businesses, whether or not the municipality would be willing to put some funding into it.
So that's why if, Justin, if you want to work on that in the next 6 months, if you want to, work on that, I should say, a little,
Absolutely.
report for us?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure page 8 of my pre-plan is asking the municipality for a little bit of funding, so I'll leave
Okay,
it-
so, and that wouldn't affect this year's funding, but we would have to have that in like by next November for the, yeah, October. We'd have to have something in plan in October for funding wise for the municipality. Are you okay
Yep,
with
fa-
that?
Yep, fair enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think that would be fun to bring back a winter carnival to the area.
Absolutely. Yep.
Justin, do you have a list of activities and that sort of thing, or do you want some
Yeah, I do.
ideas?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I have a list and and ideas is perfect too. Just to
Okay.
throw a couple off topic is, like snow sculpture competition, Christmas coloring competition, or sorry, winter carnival.
Oh, I think Minnie might want to help you out with your list. So
Uh,
yeah, she's got a few ideas, so
Yeah, go ahead, me, please.
Okay.
maybe
I'll
you guys
s-
could be the champions.
Yeah, and I can send them off to you, Justin, a list of my ideas.
Mhm.
That would be cool. So are we good with that? I don't think we need a resolution for this because we'll bring it back and when you're ready to discuss, Justin. And give us ideas on it and Minnie's ideas and we can maybe all work together and bring something great with staff and everything else.
And then, would you like them to, do you want to give them a due date to bring the report back to our next committee meeting?
I don't think, do you need a due date, Justin, if we give you spring?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Spring's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Make sure it's on the agenda.
yeah. Like, we're not gonna say the next meeting because I mean, with the holidays and everything, but then maybe the one after that and then that gives you time to play with and
Yep.
gives us idea. When do you have to know for hockey? When do they book, by July,
It's a good thing to have it done by June.
June? Okay, so we gotta have a date set by June for the following March.
Good enough.
March break in March, second week, yeah. So I know it's just because I guess the NOJHL and minor hockey, they do their scheduling way ahead of time for the following year, right? So it's to get into that. So, just round table discussion. I know that they had a dance for the kids at the arena last Sunday. Did they, or they have one coming up?
Yeah, so they did 4 sessions in November. And now we're into the second phase of, and there's 3 sessions. And then in the new year, we will be running kids dance again. We're just not sure exactly how and when.
Okay. What's the age on that? What, from what to what?
I think there's 3 groups. I think there's 3 groups. Yeah, there's this session, there's 26 kids registered, a little less than the last section. But the same thing that happens is everything's gotta evolve around everything else that's going on. So like Sundays, and that's what I had said, Sundays may not be the best day. So we're looking at some other options.
So do you wanna have anything to say?
Not really.
No, you're good?
No.
You're-
Oh, no, because it's just about the winter carnival, yeah. And then I brought up already about reinstating the parade of lights. And I'm
Mhm.
willing to look into, like, contact Broker Link and look into what the cost is for insurance and that sort of thing. And I don't mind helping out organizing the floats and,
Mhm.
but like Justin said, or not Justin, but Jason said, and I agree that once we figure out the amount of the insurance and whether or not it's doable, do we put that out to the community and ask them what they would prefer?
That's a good idea. Yeah. That's about it.
That's about it.
Justin, do you have anything?
Nope, not at all. All good.
Okay. He is quiet. Are you tired? Long day?
It's the weather up here. I'm in the
Oh.
Arctic also.
Is it cold? Must be cold, eh?
Yeah, it's about -22 right now.
Oh. He works up in the Nordic somewhere. Where do you work?
Oh, no, I work all over. It's just right now I'm in the Arctic.
Yeah.
I'm in the Arctic and then I'm heading to Australia tomorrow. So
Oh, well, that I would go. Shock the system. Okay, Debbie, anything for us? No? Jason? Oh,
Just to finish, we're gonna finish the plow next year. We talked. What we'd like to see there. Did we
Okay.
get the flag poles? Did we
Not
get
yet.
flags? Yeah, to finish where the plow is. To get flag poles and the flags and the trees that are sitting on my place.
Thought we had flag poles.
we had flag poles, but you remember I gave them to you to put at the park, Joe Chartrand Park for Canada Day.
We only put one, I thought.
Well, there's, how many I had bought?
Three for
Five?
sure.
Three or five?
I remember.
So
three.
they may be at the Public Works Building.
I'll have to-
Three for sure,
I'll
maybe.
look into that.
But I thought we used them at Joe Chartrand Park when we had Canada Day there.
We only used one.
You know, so there's two laying around somewhere. So that would
Those
be
are the
good.
ones off the stage.
Those were donated from the fire department.
Yeah. No, we had bought big ones to put in the ground, to put by the plow, to put on either side. So we had
You had
Three.
Three,
because we wanted the Canadian flag,
municipal flag.
and then,
Francophone, no? I can't remember the third.
I- was there not five? For some reason, I think
Métis.
five, because we had the five flags. We had,
Put two flags together. So you know. The same thing.
can you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. Anyways, we want the Canadian flag, the municipality flag, the French flag, the Métis flag, and the First Nation flag, right? There's five flags, I believe, that needed.
Yeah.
We wanted to go up.
And do we have the flags or just the poles?
We
Yeah.
we don't have.
We
don't
have
have
one flag. Yes, Mark Gagnon got the French one from somebody in Sturgeon, I believe, but maybe he used it
Are we
here,
talking about
maybe.
The Francophone flag?
Yeah,
Okay, the Francophone and the Canadian flag's not a big deal.
okay,
The
Yeah.
Métis,
First
First
Nation,
Nation,
but the First Nation one, I had reached out to, Jerry Ziquette. And he said he would give us one. We just have to go down to Doki's and pick it up.
Okay,
So that was not an issue. And then the Métis, perhaps we could reach out to, Mayor,
Rick,
Richard.
Rick
Richard.
Mayor, yeah, maybe ask him, because now that they've been doing back the Métis weekend. So maybe they'd be able to help us out or send us in the right
And-
direction.
you have the municipal flags here? Or is that something that's gotta be ordered?
The municipality,
Both.
We go through what, 4 or 6 a year?
Yeah, yeah.
so
You go through 4 or 6 a year?
the wind,
Really?
Discoloration, yeah, weather.
I get a
So we're
summer,
best to
summer
have
flag,
a couple of each.
yes.
Yeah.
A summer flag and a
Wow.
winter flag.
A summer flag and a winter flag?
Yeah.
Different material?
No, it's just end of the summer, it's garbage.
Oh.
In the winter time, it's
Yeah.
garbage.
yeah. All the wind and that, yeah.
They're so high.
Okay,
Mhm.
How much were the flags last? I think for two, the last time I ordered, it was like $600.
Wow.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
find- Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
We can look elsewhere, obviously, but where we will order it from.
you would think.
Maybe
for the
we'll
price
look
you
at
would
getting
buy.
plaques made, like, just like on a big
I did-
square and
I
put
did
those
change
on.
that. Yeah,
Something else
because
to think about now that I'm,
Yep,
the monument for the Manette family.
oh, yes,
It looks sad and lonely. I'm not sure what to do, but I went by a couple weeks ago and it was just like,
maybe benches, no, they put benches there, I
I
think,
think there
eh?
was benches, maybe, I don't know, shrubs and maybe some flag, I don't know, something, it just looks lonely.
Okay, so
And
maybe that's, we could reach out to the Horticultural Society and see if we could meet up with them and maybe that is, Friars that own that land.
Mhm.
So maybe talk to Mark, maybe we could plant a few trees out there and make something like
well, not just
something that
tree-
doesn't take work,
Yeah.
like
Shrubs,
shrubs
color,
and,
like it looks,
yeah.
because it's so big in the back. With the lumber thing, it just looks blah, so some color and some, doesn't have to be a lot, but as long as it's got some punch.
So we'll look at something for that, maybe.
Okay.
Good idea. Okay. Jason?
I have nothing.
Okay, so I have a few things. There's appreciation night, volunteer appreciation night, December 13th at the Alvin Community Center. So, will it be ready on time? Is it ready? Is it gonna be tight?
My God.
We are inviting volunteers to come out there, so if you know volunteers, have them come out. It's a social evening.
So ribbon comes from.
Oh, so that'll be good. So all the volunteers you know in the community, invite them out. It's always nice to have that little evening of talking with people and seeing, you know,
When is it?
the 13th, it's on a Wednesday
December
night.
13th.
Oh, December.
December, we're past November.
Yeah,
I
December
can't even believe
I know.
how quickly.
6:30.
There's
Okay.
posters out now.
So share and invite and whoever you know that does volunteer, have them come out and join us and little evening of just talk and get together. So there's that. There is the Christmas parade we already mentioned on December 16th. This weekend there is the church bingo. So that's going on Sunday. There is also on November 29th, the holiday train. That's coming for collect canned goods and stuff. So that'll be we're organized. We've got the hot chocolate and we won't have burnt hot chocolate this year because I purchased new coffee machines for the church. And Jason's got another way of us doing hot chocolate this year, so we put the tents up. Spoke to Dennis already. I think the firemen are already on board with that for the lighting and that. And the OPP and Jason will bring the generator and one tent. And we have lights. And I think we've got, Dennis got the volunteers for the food boxes to collect all that. So that's good. So we're pretty much on track with that. So we're gonna hope for nice weather. So far it's been pretty good. The Firefighters Association had their toy drive on the weekend. They did very well. They raised about 2,700 in cash,
Oh, wow.
plus a lot of gifts. So those gifts will be donated when they give out the Christmas basket to the families in need. So
Will there be enough stuff or is the need higher this year?
I don't know. I guess that would be a question to ask the food bank, but I think that's a pretty good amount. I know that they
No, I know
found,
it's a good amount. I just didn't know if the need was big.
I'm not sure if the number is bigger. We could
And to know if there are any kids and
contact Roger from the food bank and Giselle. Ajou. 53 families for gifts.
gifts or Christmas baskets.
Oh, last year was over 100 baskets. Yeah. But not all those families need gifts,
No, I know.
but I don't
that's
know
what
how
was
many
wondering.
kids. I'm not sure. We could find out though. And
Well, we could,
see.
I mean,
yeah.
I know they did well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Could ask, I could reach out to, maybe we could reach out to Giselle and Roger and Dennis. Cause Dennis takes care of those food baskets and they take care of the food bank. So they would have an idea of how many kids.
Mhm.
I don't know if the list is out yet for all the families that, I know Dennis has a list going with names. From the schools and that, so. You would be,
Now I see that the beer store's doing a food drive.
they've been
Is
doing
that
that
part
for-
of all
yeah.
of this too?
yeah.
Yeah.
And quite a few baskets or bags, $20 bags have been purchased at the
Yeah,
Foodland.
yeah.
So a lot of people are buying that $20 bag, so, which is good. And I think that's it. I mean, I don't have anything else to report, Charlie. You're good?
I have a quick
And-
question.
Yeah, go ahead, Justin.
Sorry, not to drag this along here, but it being Christmas around the corner, is there any thought about giving some kind of award to somebody that, you know, is outstanding and as such that they volunteer their time to donate towards Christmas? And, you know, like I have a few people that I know, certain people that I know that go out of their way to bring meals to elderly, you know, that can't afford certain meals during Christmas time and whatnot. Is there any thought of giving any awards of some kind of recognition to these people during this time of year?
I know a few years, well, we used to do the volunteer appreciation night, and that started off where we used to do, give out certificates to volunteers. So that went on for many years. And then we changed the format and we came up with a different thing for about 3 or 4 years. 2 years? 2 years? Yeah. And then that was where each group would nominate people and then we came out with a format that people were getting repetitive. So we came out with a format and had different categories to recognize people. And then people thought that it was getting harder and harder to nominate people. So that's why they decided to do just a volunteer night for all those volunteers. So a free evening for all of them to come out and recognize them all. Like,
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, good enough.
so invite those volunteers that you know that do good. Invite them out on December 13th at the Alban Community Center,
Yeah, I will.
because it's a night of recognition for them.
I can share the poster with the committee.
Yeah, maybe share the poster and then, yeah, because some people do go out of their way more time than just one.
I did forget something.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure how to say it in the short form, but the French Rivers Children Club.
Yes.
So they did a children's skate. And they are doing a silent auction on November 22nd and the 23rd. It's on Facebook.
Okay.
And the background on that, there used to be 2 children's clubs, now it became 1, and it is a great success. So, and I know that they're supporting some other organization groups that need help as well, not just for kids stuff.
So we'll go check out the online auction for the Children's Club. I know Julie helped us out, the Children's Club that helped us out last year with the decorating for Christmas and all that. And so they do great things for the kids in our community, put on some great events. So yeah, I think it's good to look out and help them out also. And if you guys hear of anything, just shoot us an email. So I guess we'll meet, I don't know, in January, mid-January. Does that work? Or do you guys want to go to February? And then we'll try to stay more on board with every second month or so. I will apologize for not having lots of meetings. It's been a little chaotic in my work. It's a little bit everywhere. So basically, and there wasn't many things pressing, so shoot for beginning of February. Justin, does that work?
Yeah, who knows with my schedule, but as long as we have Zoom.
Sunshine in the back, it's not allowed.
January 21st and I'm back February 18th.
Okay, so we'll shoot a few dates.
I would recommend, just by quickly looking at
Yeah.
the calendar, so it ends up that we would have a meeting in June
Okay,
before Canada Day. That
so,
we have a meeting at near the end of January before Minnie leaves.
okay. So you leave what on the 18th?
I actually leave tomorrow on the 20th.
Okay, so maybe like the 16th or 15th, 16th maybe, because there's no curling on a Tuesday night. And then that way Bob can attend. Does that work? Oh, the 16th, that's my kid's birthday. Oh, well, yeah, it'll work. She's an adult. Huh?
The 17th works too. You just can't do it on Monday.
No, we have a council meeting on the 17th,
You can do it on.
the 10th. Okay, we'll shoot out a few dates. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we could do it on that day too. Saturday morning. Any night work best for you, Justin, or
Well, the 10th is my birthday, so,
the 10th?
if we're talking about February, yeah.
Oh, February 10th,
Talking about
Okay.
January 10th?
January.
Yeah.
Oh, January 10th is your birthday?
No, February, but January.
February 10th. Okay, so
January.
we'll,
Go ahead.
okay. So thanks for joining us. Enjoy your,
Yeah.
yeah, I need a mover and a seconder to close the meeting. Minnie and Debbie. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, then we'll talk in the new year and maybe see each other at the volunteer night. Thanks.